diga ciclismo, diga Anneke van Vleuten. Una de las grandes damas del deporte mundial, una leyenda del ciclismo, por su rotunda jerarquía sobre la bici y también cuando se baja de ella. Difícil etiquetarla, así que le pedimos a ella misma una canción que la defina, para poderle poner hilo a esta entrevista.
You have difficult questions for me. Now my first single was No Doubt, Don't Speak.
A sus 40 años, Anneke van Vleuten afronta su última temporada como profesional. Y eso que el año pasado ganó con autoridad el Giro de Italia, la Vuelta a España, el Tour de Francia, además de un monumento como la Lieja-Bastoña-Lieja y el colofón del oro en el Campeonato del Mundo que le hace, en el año de su adiós, lucir de nuevo el maillot arcoiris. ¿Por qué retirarse entonces, cuando vive su mejor momento deportivo?
Because my driving force is not to win the races. My driving force is really to improve myself all the time. And I feel that the details to improve I'm running out of the details. I make the decision now with my head and not because my body tells me to stop, because my body tells me that it's time to stop, because for sure at one point my level will go down. And it feels nice that I'm now able to make the decision myself. But I'm also sure that there's more to come. There's more in life than only being a pro cyclist, and I'm ready for a new challenge.
And Anneke, the day after you left cycling, what are you going to do?
For sure, I will be staying in the sport. Yeah, I love this sport so much that in a different role, I hope to develop myself, get some new challenges maybe not on the bike, but in a different role. I don't know exactly how and what I really like and where. But for sure, I will start in cycling. Something I really enjoy is like to help also my teammates, my younger teammates, to work with younger athletes and to share a little bit of my experience and help them not to make the mistakes I did make. I learned by mistakes, and that's something I hope to do.
Y el lugar elegido para colgar a esa gran amiga con la que ha batallado los últimos 16 años parece que será la capital de Escocia, Glasgow, sede de los próximos campeonatos del mundo del mes de agosto.
I haven't decided what will be exactly my last race, but for sure I will be in Glasgow. Yeah, it's really nice to pin up number one, and it's maybe not the parcours that suits me the best, but I'm also really proud to be there in orange with the national team. So yeah, later we will see, but for sure this will be my last year. But it's quite early now this year, the World Championship, because it's in August already. So it can be that I will race some races after.
With a medal maybe, or with a rainbow again, another rainbow. So what's a pity for a year, this year in Paris, we have another opportunity in the Olympics.
Yeah, that made the decision also a bit more easy for me, because for sure in Paris there will be not an Alpe d'Huez included in the parcours. It will be quite flat, so that made the decision a little bit more easy. It will be more for the sprinters. And I have to say also that the year of the Olympics is not usually the year I enjoy the sport the most. So in this way for me it's logical to stop in the year before Olympics.
Es difícil planear una temporada mejor que la que tuvo Van Vleuten en 2022, así que a la hora de diseñar con su equipo Movistar un final ideal para su carrera deportiva, han dibujado un 2023 que sea lo más parecido posible al anterior.
The target is easy, to be honest, because it's just to get the best out of myself one more year more. So I have a plan to get a better level than last year, to improve myself. And in cycling, it's not so easy to have in control, like I can win that race, especially not in the classics, that are usually my biggest challenge, because the climbs are shorter and it's harder for me to win. But I have now, for example, a stronger team with Movistar, so that makes it also more interesting to race those classics. I will be racing in the rainbow jersey. Makes it more special, so there are, like, for example, Strade Bianca, the Amstel Gold Race, which is in my home country in the Netherlands. After knowing what happened last year in the Tour de France and how big it was and how much people were following it, it's maybe the goal that excites me the most to race there. It's a big showcase for us. A lot of people watch it. And then when they announced the route, I'm happy. It has ingredients for everyone. It's not only for me. For me, it's better to have every day a mountain day. But it's again in the last 2 days really hard. With the finish on the Tourmalet, I'm happy to finish on a famous climb.
Algo parecido le sucede con el recorrido de la Vuelta Ciclista a España, por primera vez bajo esa denominación. Por primera vez con 7 etapas. Las 2 últimas con final en alto, muy en alto, porque acaba, igual que lo hará el Tour de Francia en el Tourmalet, en otra gran cima del ciclismo español, Lagos de Covadonga.
It's for me. It's also important for the impact of a race if we finish on a climb that is famous. So that gives the race a bit more impact. So I'm happy to hear this, that they choose some famous climbs. And I'm excited to be back there. I know what to expect. I know it's super hard. But will be a nice Vuelta. And also I'm happy to hear that there are also some flat stages, because it also needs ingredients for everyone. So to make an exciting race, and that sounds like a good build-up.
Del Giro de Italia, recorrido aparte, destaca la reciente llegada de RCS Sports, organizador también de la Corsa Rosa masculina.
Yeah, first of all, I'm super happy that organizations that before did not care about us are now really keen to organize a race for us. So I think that's a huge step in the impact women's cycling have now, and that we are now it's now more interesting for sponsors and for organizations to organize the race. And I think this will improve also, because it's nice if it's linked to the men's organization or has the same parcours. That's usually what I really like. It should not be organized on the same time, but it would be really cool to have part of the same parcourses of the Giro Italia for the men as for the women.
Y nadie mejor que Anneke para personificar el cambio que han vivido en los últimos años las mujeres en el ciclismo profesional.
I think the biggest change is that we're now almost every race is now from us on television. You can enjoy it watching. When I did win the Tour of Flanders in 2011, it was 1 second on television, because they just had a camera there already in the finish line for the guys that were going to finish there. And now people question why our races are not live on television from the start, for example. It's a crazy difference. And now having the race, the Tour de France last year, that was a huge step. And I hope my sport will continue to develop like this.
Ella, que lo ha ganado todo en el ciclismo, no habla de triunfos. A la hora de valorar su legado, Anneke van Vleuten quiere ser recordada por cómo ganó, más que por qué ganó.
I hope they remember me from some really entertaining moments, that they were really in the end we are athletes to entertain the people on the television. And I think I had quite some races where that was really exciting, and I'm always in the final, I'm always entertaining, I'm always a figure in the fight in the front. I hope people to inspire a little bit to take the same bit mentality, just accept the situation you cannot change, adapt to it and move on and set new goals. And that's how I achieved a lot of my achievements, of my nice results. And I hope that I can inspire some people also to have a little bit the same way of dealing with some disappointments in life.
Let's go finish this interview, Anneke, but before, talk me about the future of Spanish cycling. In your point of view, which girls will rule our cycling in Spain in the next years?
Yeah, it's for me sometimes heartbreaking to see that in Spain there must be there's undeveloped talent in this country, especially in women's cycling. And I sometimes talk with my boyfriend about it, how it's possible that there's so much talent in the Netherlands. There must be way more in Spain. And I really like to solve a little bit why. First, I want to know why it is that there's not too many high-level pro Spanish women cyclists yet, because I think that it also the development we have now in women's cycling, it will make it more attractive for Spanish girls to go cycling, because now you can make your job out of it. But if you ask me like now, we have Sarah Martin in my team. She showed me 2 years ago things that were like incredible, and it's normal for cyclists. Last year she had a little bit harder year, but the talent is there. And for me, what she showed me at such a young age and still studying is really impressive. So I hope she will get her level back, and then we will see a lot from her in the future.
Y hablando de futuro y de ciclismo, ¿cómo no preguntarle a la reina de este deporte por el actual rey, Tadej Pogačar?
I don't know him so well, but what I see from him and what I really like, I told you before about champions on the bike and off the bike, it's also a champion off the bike, and that's why I have a lot of respect for Tadej. And one part, but I also think he's a really great role model, and I think also Mathieu van der Poel is an example of that. They have fun on the bike. They make it out of a game. And Tadej is not showing that cyclists only to achieve the top, it should feel miserable. No, he's also showing that you can achieve the top by being playful, by enjoying it, working hard, but still with a smile on your face. And I'm happy to be also a role model in that. And Tadej is for sure also, in that way, a really good role model for inspiration for children to get into sport.
Anneke, it was a pleasure, this interview. ¿No te has atrevido con ninguna en español?
No.
¿Ninguna?
Perdona.
¿Ninguna? ¿No te atreves?
Un año más y
El año que viene ya
hacerlo.
cuando te retires ya me dirás que sí, pero una pena.
Muchas gracias.
Esperamos verte en la Vuelta, Anneke. Me gustaría mucho verte en la Vuelta a España.
Nos vemos.